hey, what's your number? Is it 100? Is it 1,000? Is it 10,000? Oh, sorry. The number I'm asking about is actually the number of unread emails in your inbox. Currently, I have a test folder set up with about 23 emails that I am about to test if ChatGPT can mark them all and organize them for me. So if you're drowning in emails and want an automated AI-based solution, you've come to the right place. Let's get to it. Hey, how's it going? This is Eric with SolveCycle Solutions. And if you're new here, I help save people time by automating the work that they hate so they can focus on what they love. In this video, I'm going to test out a new idea for automating my inbox through ChatGPT, and I'm hoping to keep this video under 10 minutes. So this is something that you can take and build yourself. So before I get started, the tools that I'm going to be using are Make.com, ChatGPT, as well as SmartSuite and Gmail. Some of these may be optional, but this is meant to be a baseline to show you how you can use AI to update and manage your inbox so that it becomes more manageable. So now that we have the ground rules and the housekeeping out of the way, let's dive into my screen and you'll see that I just built a very basic CRM inside of a Test Zone SmartSuite account. And you'll see that I have just the names and the emails for these clients that I'm looking to keep an eye out for in my inbox. The reason I'm setting this up is that I want to see if I have a fluctuating list of client emails. I want to make sure that I can categorize them as needed and move them into a specific folder in my inbox inside of Gmail. Now, you could, in theory, go in and just set up a filter so that when any of these emails come through, it just moves them there. But my issue is that I know that that's a short-term fix where if I get more clients and I'm adding clients and I'm updating that constantly, I don't want to do that every single time I have a new client. So the hope is that if they're already in my CRM system, I can just go in and update that or I don't have to update that at all. It can just be done on its own. And this Make system will know to filter people out with these specific emails. Or in this case, I will say I'm going to be using the client names because in my test folder here, you'll see that these were all sent from my test email account because I want to respect clients' privacy. I'm not using real data here. So how can we build this inside of Make? So the first thing we're going to do is create a new scenario here. And I'm going to go over to Gmail and I'm going to select the trigger for this particular automation. And that's going to be to watch emails. And here we have the ability to create a specific folder where we're looking for things. You can see that if I open this up, it's going to pull up all of the folders that are connected to my Gmail account. So make sure you have your Google Gmail account connected. But from there, you'll see that I can do all mail. So that means everything that goes in my inbox or in my Gmail account, or you could also specify to go through the inbox folder. So that may be where you want to start. In this case, I am scrolling down to my test section, and basically I have a bunch of subfolders that I'm going to try and sort for this scenario, just 2 of these folders. So let's get this set up here. We have a very simple filter that we can look for, and the criteria is saying, do we want all emails, only read emails, or read emails? In this case, I'm going to say only unread emails because I want to make sure that something that I'm not actively working on, if it's found, gets sorted into the correct category so that I can prioritize looking in those folders instead of just looking in my inbox. For me, I ideally like to have no emails in my inbox, and I'd like to try and reduce that as much as possible. The maximum number of results that we're going to be looking for, this can change and fluctuate depending on how frequently you want to have Make check your Gmail inbox in this instance. For me, I'm going to just set the number to be 25 because I know that there are 24 unread test emails in my folder. But you may need to have something that goes through and checks maybe either 100 emails if you want this to run, say, once a day, or you could have a smaller number of maximum maximum number of results if you're going to be checking this more frequently. So maybe you just need to do 10 every hour, and you can adjust this because this is a polling trigger that is set up inside of Make. So that means that it's going to be checking in to see if there's any new information instead of having to have this run whenever a new email gets received. So we can adjust that if we need to, and I'll show that in a minute. But for now, where it says choose where to start, what I would specify doing for you is setting either from now on or emails from after a specific date. In this case, I'm going to be setting up all emails because I've had a couple of these test emails I'm just using and repurposing. So this is going to be from all over the place, and I just want to collect everything that is unread. So I'm going to hit all emails and then hit OK. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to be able to collect all of the items that we're looking for, or all the clients, excuse me, that we're looking for inside of SmartSuite. So I'm going to open up SmartSuite and we're going to hit Find Records. And in this case, we just want to make sure that every single client inside of our test zone CRM is being collected. So this may require on your end a little bit of filtering further on what you're looking to do. It may be that you want to look for only active clients, or you want to set up some different options of here are active clients and here are inactive clients. So for me, I'm just doing client CRM. I didn't quit more because I'm thinking of, I've thought about this more on the fly, so I didn't really update anything inside of SmartSuite. So I'm going to be setting the status to what everything is right now, which is backlog. I would obviously have something a little bit more in depth, but this is all that we need for that, and this is good to go. Now, the other thing we're going to need to do is we need to consolidate all of those records that we find into one big list. So in this case, we're going to quickly grab a text aggregator, and we're going to then map this so that it separates everything, each individual find, so it is one long string that we can put into ChatGPT. So in this case, I am just going to search for under SmartSuite client name, and then I'm also going to turn on this show advanced settings, which allows you to specify the specific separator you want. So in this case, we're going to add a comma and a space so that we can break apart each of these clients. And then we're going to just put this information here, and that should be good to go. Now that we have this, let's pull up ChatGPT, and I'm going to set completion, connect this, and from there, I am going to select under create a prompt. We're going to set model as I could do ChatGPT 4. I'm going to change the tokens to 100 because we don't really need a long output. We just need a very specific one. So I'm going to set the user here. And for the text context, I'm going to actually have something written. I've been testing more of the ChatGPT, putting in my emails to see what kind of output it is working there. So this is more trying to test this out itself. So what I have written is, I'm going to copy and paste some of this here. So it says, you are an email organizer. Please review the email text below and assign one of two outputs. If the email contains any names from the following people, and then this is where I'm going to put in parentheses the text value there, we're going to say those are client emails. Those are clients and need to be labeled as client. If they are not clients, then please label them as marketing. Now, I could go in and add a lot more variability with some of the prompts or the specific folders that I want to look into. But for this case, this is more of a test. So this hopefully will give you more inspiration to figure out how to sort things out for yourself. So if you do have any questions, though, feel free to put them in the comments and we can go from there. Also going to take a quick look. Oh no, we've got a minute left. So this is probably going to go a little bit longer than I intended. But what I'm going to do now is also add one clarifying feature because this will be important when we set up the filters. The format of this output should be either client or marketing. No text needed. I'm finding more and more that I need to specify the exact output that I want so that it doesn't include certain things like adding the term client or giving a long explanation of why it decided on this. So I'm going to put, here's the email. I'm going to map the text content from the Gmail account. So now that's all set up, I'm going to hit OK. And then we're going to set up a router here so that we can then mark these specific emails as updated. So one thing, or organize them, excuse me. So for this, I am going to specify, because there's two options we have here, either modify email labels or move an email. In this case, I want to move these emails out of my proverbial inbox and into a specific folder so my inbox is not actually showing up anywhere, or my inbox is empty. So what I'm going to do is, this is specifying where it is moving the email from. So in this case, folder, I'm going to specify test, but you may need to have something set up for the specific inbox. And then we're going to map the destination folder, which for me is going to be test human, because that means that I have some human interaction that I need to have done with this particular email, and it needs me to respond to it. So the last thing we need to map is the email ID. So, and this is specifically mapped as the UID. So I'm just going to type that in, pull it up, and map it there. And then the last thing I'm going to do for this set is I'm going to label this as client. And then I'm going to map the result to contain, and put case insensitive, client. And then once that's done, all I have to do is copy this module and paste it, and it's going to set the exact same filters when I connect it to the router. From there, though, what I can do is I can change this to marketing and change the results to marketing as well. Then the last thing I need to do here is we're going to move this to not test human, but we're going to move this to the test. I guess this is weird that it's wanting to move that, or it has test human twice. But in this case, I'm going to say put this under test marketing, and we're going to hit OK. Now, the last thing that I want to do is a little bit extra that I'm going to be doing here is I want to mark any email that gets put into the marketing folder as read, because that's not really important to me right now. And it's going to be in the test marketing folder. And these are things that I'm going to be reading later at my own leisure. So that's all I need to do here. Let's go ahead and save this. And I'm going to auto align, and all right, 12 minutes, so or roughly closer to 13. So we have this all built here. And the last thing I want to do is I'm going to run one test. So let's see how this goes. So you'll see that it's going to take some time to gather all the information, especially since I have 24 emails going through. We're going to see that it's going to go through once, and it's putting things into the inbox. Now, one thing that I should have mentioned from the beginning is that I actually plan to have 4 emails set up so that I can make sure that those are the exact emails I want to go into this output of client emails. Probably a little bit more rambly there as I'm just riffing while this is going on, but you see all of these seem to be going through to the marketing emails, so they're not really that important here. But I think we should be getting a few that go through into the client email. So there we go. So this is helping me cut down a lot more on the emails that I don't need to look at right now or are not important at this time. So for me, if I go into test human, the 4 client emails that I had are here. So you can see this one is saying, hey, just a quick reminder from one of the people that was in this list, Emily Carter. We have another one from Mike Brown. And then we have another one from, we have David Chen here. And then the last person was Sarah Johnson. So this is all set up pretty well. There are a couple tweaks that I don't know how to make in this instant, but because this was more of a quick put together to see how fast we could make this video or to make this build, you'll see that each time that an email is pulled, it is still pulling up SmartSuite and consolidating all of that 24 times. That's not ideal to me, and I would prefer to have something that actually puts this into just one-time search, but that may not be very accessible here with Make at this time, but it just is going to increase the number of operations that I use in an automation. So if I do have 100 emails going through, this is going to add an extra 200 automation or operations. So the cost may not be valuable. So that there is a give and take there, at least at this moment. So I'll be honest, I'm actually surprised at the outcome of this automation. I don't know if the operational cost of this is going to be worth it if I want to prioritize the clients that I'm going to be emailing or wanting to monitor. This may be something I go back and update in Gmail, perfectly honestly, and just set up a filter for that. But there's no need to throw out this entire video though for pulling or just for this specific client email operation that I'm looking for. You can apply this to so many different aspects of your inbox to help you make this more manageable. Maybe it's that you want to collect the newsletters that you're looking for and summarize all the important takeaways, or you want to be able to get filtered down the specific sales and deadlines that are coming through, and you just want to be able to look at things in one email instead of having to click through everything. So there's a lot of potential here, and I encourage you to play around with this to get your email sorter AI set up. If you want some help with this, or if you have other AI or automation needs and want to learn more, I'd love to have a conversation with you, and I'm extending a free 30-minute consultation to anybody who clicks the link in the description of this video or scans the QR code floating around my head. So book a call and see how much time I can save you in just 30 minutes. But that's everything I really wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you got a ton of value out of this. Please consider subscribing to the channel and let me know in the comments if you have anything that you're struggling with and would like to see working concept of an automated solution for that. And also, if you're interested in learning more about some other email automated solutions, I actually just made a video recently about how to track leads over here, I think. It's set up so that you can watch and learn how to track leads automatically instead of having to manually follow them up. So check that out, and remember to just keep working smarter and not harder.